Fox News, the primetime debate candidates and participants will be, of course, Donald Trump, Jeb Bush, Scott Walker, Mike Huckabee, Ben Carson, Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio, Rand Paul, Chris Christie, and John Kasich. The Fox News 5 p.m. debate participants will be Rick Perry, Rick Santorum, Bobby Jindal, Carly Fiorina, George Pataki, Lindsey Graham, and Jim Gilmore. Joining me now, Bernard Goldberg. He is Fox News media analyst. And Bernard, I wanted to start with you being a member of the media and even admitting yourself that to a certain degree that you've sort of misjudged Donald Trump and how he's come on like a juggernaut. But from your point of view, you didn't derail him. You didn't try to derail his campaign as so many others in the media have. But what overall, Bernard, has everyone gotten wrong about this Donald Trump phenomena?
Yeah, you say I sort of got it wrong. I got everything. I got everything. You know, I have a website, bernardgoldberg.com, and in May, let me just read you the beginning of what I wrote, and I'll answer your question. It was a brilliant column I wrote. It starts out like this. Donald Trump says he'll tell us soon if he plans to run for president. I'll tell you right now, he won't. The boy has cried wolf once too often. Okay, I was wrong about that. Then I figured there's no way with his ego totally out of... He gives egomania a bad name. That this is going to catch on with the voters. I was wrong about that. Then after the McCain fiasco, I said, that's it. He jumped the shark, lights out, game over. His poll numbers went up. I was wrong about that. So in answer to your question, how could, by the way, the good news is I'm not alone in being wrong about everything about Donald Trump. But he has tapped into something, an anger and a frustration that none of us really understood. It's deeper and more serious than any of us understood. And that's why he's leading in the polls. That's why he's going to be right in the middle of that stage. And we didn't quite understand how serious this disaffection was.
But, you know, Bernie, here's the thing, though. To your point, I think he caught everyone so flat-footed, and I'm not sure if it was by design or not, that his coverage has been so immense. You know, last month, ABC, NBC, CBS, over 117 minutes devoted to Donald Trump. Next was Jeb Bush, like at 70-something. And then next was Christie at like 28 minutes. I mean, he is sucking all the air out of the room. Now we've got the debate on Thursday. Well, everyone has a chance. How do they make their move? Do they come on? Are they politician, or do they act presidential, or do they go bombastic? Right. Do they take a page from Trump's book?
Right. The first thing I think we have to understand is, where is this debate taking place? And I don't mean Cleveland, Ohio. It's taking place in the United States of entertainment. And in the United States of entertainment, we will tolerate many, many things. We will tolerate just about anything. But we won't tolerate somebody who bores us. And Donald Trump doesn't bore us. He's entertaining. That's why it's going to be the Donald Trump show, and the others are going to have to make up for what he brings to the table with substance. And I think two things about this. I think Donald Trump won't be the Donald Trump that we've seen up until now. I don't think he's going to call people losers or idiots. If he does, I think that will hurt him immensely. But I think while the others, in answer to your question, are going to offer up substance, which we may agree with or not agree with, but it'll be substance. If he pulls the stuff that he's been pulling so far, where you ask him a question and he answers anything he wants, I don't think that's going to play. If somebody says, if one of the moderators says, well, what about this in China? And he says, oh, the Chinese love me. They buy my apartments. I have a lot of Chinese friends. I eat at Chinese restaurants, you know, that's not going to cut it.
Right.
And I think those are the stumbling blocks for Trump. He better not call anybody a loser or an idiot, and he better be substantive.
Although, again, you know, these are the rules of the road that applied the day he announced, and so far, every time he's broken one of them, he's been rewarded for it. And I got to tell you, someone pointed out...
That's a good point.
Bernie, someone pointed out that there was a guy elected in this country with just a catchy slogan, hope and change, no substance, no game plan, and he won 2 terms. So why not go with what's working?
That's a good point. That's a good point. Every time he's attacked, it's crazy, right? His poll numbers go up. And since this is a business show and a business channel, since you brought up Barack Obama, let me offer this up. I think another reason Trump is so successful, or so far anyway, is because of the Obama effect. Look, Americans know it isn't morning in America. They know that a lot of people think we're on the wrong track. A majority of Americans think we're still on the wrong track. The economy is growing at an anemic rate. What was it, 2-point-something% the other day?
2.3%.
Millions upon millions of Americans stop looking for work. So they know this isn't Reagan's recovery or Clinton's recovery. And here comes Donald Trump, the non-politician, the brash, I don't care what you think, he doesn't care what I think, he doesn't care what anybody thinks. And the polls show that a majority of people who like him because, quote, he says what he means and he means what he says. And, you know, he's different. The big question is, how long is this going to last? But he's different.